the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, joining us live here in studio. AG, thank you so much for coming in.
Sure.
This has been hard to watch for everyone involved. Let me just get your initial thoughts of what's happened here in Minneapolis in the last couple of hours.
Well, why this has happened in Minneapolis is because you have a mayor, you have a governor who has declared Minneapolis a sanctuary city, saying, bring your worst of the worst to Minneapolis. You're invited here. We will protect you. Aisha, these are the arrests. These are just the arrests that ICE has been making. And that's why Donald Trump has ICE in Minneapolis to protect the citizens. Sodomy of a boy, strong-arm robbery. Sexual assault, sodomy of a girl under the age of 16. Rape, 12-year-old girl. Strong-arm rape, ag assault. Convicted rape, child fondling. These are all the illegals that Joe Biden was letting into our country. And they were all going to Minneapolis because the mayor, the governor, the AG, they were protecting them. And Donald Trump is going to protect the citizens of our country. I was there all week, as you saw. I was in Minneapolis, and we are going to protect our churches. We are going to protect our great men and women in law enforcement who were out there doing their jobs today. They were out there arresting a violent offender, and then this guy comes up. I can't talk about more of the details. Chief Bovino talked about that. It's now all pending, but we will support the men and women in law enforcement, and we will support the good citizens of Minnesota if the governor and that mayor aren't going to do it.
Some of the people that you arrested, like you mentioned, in the last couple of days, you feel it was incredibly organized.
Yes.
What can you tell us more about what we're seeing on the ground there? I mean, our Steve Harrigan, who's covered many wars, said that in his own observations, it feels incredibly organized. These people know each other. They know where to go. What do you know about this?
That's right. And I can tell you what I observed when I was there. It's extremely organized. The signs they have are all matching. They're well written. And look at what's happening today. How did these people go out and get gas masks, these protesters? Would you know how to walk out on the street and buy a gas mask right now? Yeah, think about that.
No.
Right. All of these protesters out there right now have gas masks on, matching, very expensive, by the way, gas mask. It's organized. They're out there to cause problems, and they're out there to hinder the great men and women in law enforcement, and we are not going to have it in Minneapolis or anywhere else in this country. We're going to protect our synagogues. We're going to protect our churches. That's why I was there, and we are going to fight back to keep people safe. Our country was founded on religion. Our country was founded on law enforcement. And that's what President Trump believes, and that's what we're going to do.
Something else that we've noticed on these live pictures is there's been a red flag being waved. And there are questions now of how much, of a communist influence there might be. This is Paul Morrow relating this to me, a communist, socialist, anarchist professionals, perhaps something else to perhaps look into. The Justice Department, we know, issued these subpoenas for multiple government officials, including Mayor Jacob Frey and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Where are we on that?
Yeah, so Aisha, I can't comment, of course, on any pending criminal investigation, but they have confirmed, the governor confirmed, the AG Ellison confirmed, and the mayor confirmed that they all received subpoenas from my office to a federal grand jury. So that's all I can say right now legally.
Just your observation, AG, the way that they've been reacting to this. I mean, you saw the press conference with Mayor Jacob Frey. We've put up the tweets from Governor Tim Walz. There's not a whole lot of asking for calm. Instead, it's a lot more of get out. ICE, get out. President Trump, get your people out. We're trying to protect our neighbors. Do you feel like that is rhetoric that's contributing to this?
Well, we saw the mayor said, F ICE, get out of my effing city. How is that not rhetoric contributing to this? It all is. And that's the shame of it. Look at these murderers, homicide, rape, homicide, manslaughter. That's who they're trying to protect in Minnesota. I do not understand these people. We sent Governor Walz a very strong letter today. We had been working on this letter. We got it out saying that he better support President Trump. He better support support the men and women in law enforcement, because if he doesn't, we are. And that's what we're doing right now.
Were there any consequences in this letter?
Well, we'll see. This is fluid. Let's see how Governor Walz responds. Let's see what he does based on this, based on what's happening right now. But this administration is going to support the citizens. We're going to support our great men and women in law enforcement.
The president has talked before about invoking the Insurrection Act. That's come up a few times. He hasn't pulled the trigger yet. He didn't feel like it was the right time, at least a couple of days ago when he spoke with me. Should this change his calculus?
You know, Aisha, I haven't spoken with the president directly this morning. I know he's working this morning. He's here in D.C. He's working. I have not spoken with him, so I'm never going to get ahead of the president. This is a very fluid situation right now. I know all of my federal agencies are coming in right now to support and back up Homeland Security. We have DEA, we have ATF, we have all of FBI, of course, all of my agencies doing what they can to keep the citizens safe if Walz won't do it.
Okay. Attorney General Pam Bondi, thank you so much for joining us on this Breaking News.
Thank you.
Good to see you.